What's up, guys? We're going to be starting in exactly 1 minute. For you guys jumping on, there will be a delay. Hope you guys are having a fantastical life, day, and experience here. Let's see, 5 viewers on. Welcome, guys. Welcome. I hope you guys are having an awesome night. Before you guys take it down, go to sleep. You're listening to Joe Goody, a.k.a. the Giant Asian, with the beautiful Elsie Bobo Cakes. We call her Bobo Cakes because she has cakes. Not just in the oven, but in her pants.
What are you saying?
So, late night with the Giant Asian and Bobo Cakes. Welcome, guys.
My mom is just shaking her head.
We will start in just a few seconds as my wife, Elsie, gets settled down.
Hi.
What is your name again?
My name's Elsie Bobo.
What voice is that?
That's my NBA.
Oh, it's like NBC on NBA on NBC voice?
Yeah.
Yes.
Let's get ready to rumble.
Teeth are pretty white.
Huh?
Your teeth.
You do have white teeth.
You do.
Look at this hair.
Team Man Buns. All right, guys. Welcome to tonight's
Welcome.
last webinar for the 21-day mindset.
It's already our last one.
Yeah, so welcome. Hopefully everybody jumps on. Of course, there is a little delay, but if you just came on right at 9 o'clock, you probably will feel no delay at all. Good job, guys. So make sure your partners jump on, get on here, hang out with us, and hopefully we can take you for an awesome ride to teach you guys some cool things to help you guys prepare better for life, for whatever comes your way, and just for the future that comes up. So again, I want to just recap what went down on Saturday.
Let me get that up for you.
Oh, we have a slide.
I'm helpful sometimes.
Nice. Start screen share.
There you go.
There it is. Saturday recap, what you missed. I know there was about 8 of you guys that didn't make it out, so I'm just doing a Saturday recap. Here we go. How You Do Anything is How You Do Everything by T. Harv Eker. Dude created this program called Millionaire Mind, and how you do anything is how you do everything. So the whole exercise, the whole day that we went through on Saturday was about realization of what you guys do, the process of before, during, and after of any situation that goes about in your life, whether it's handling a workout, your meal prep, your work situations with your kids. We try to help people analyze exactly what went down when someone told them a directive to do, maybe like,
What did you have them do?
oh, I actually had you guys squat down, and I said squat and hold it. As they were holding it, I was yelling at them very negatively. Is that a word?
I don't think so.
Close enough. I'm Asian. So, but I was jawing at everybody, telling them to get lower, telling them that they're not doing anything good, all this stuff. And, some people took it personally, especially the ones that weren't doing it right exactly the way I want. I apologize again for doing that to you guys and making you guys feel that way, but it was part of the exercise. We also want people to really feel what it felt like during that whole process and analyzing what it felt like after, how they felt after accomplishing it with me in their face. We also did it where they cheered themselves on, another squat challenge. And then the third one was they had to face someone and cheer each other on. And most people love having other people cheer them on all the way through and not having me in their face.
Yeah, I think everyone liked that.
Yeah, another one was they had to do 100 burpees within a 5-minute period. And I just said, go, figure it out and go. some people had some stank faces saying that's impossible. I can't do this. There was limitations going on, even though a lot of you guys didn't want to say it. Me and Elsie heard it. We witnessed it. We saw you guys. And, we broke it down on how you guys felt before, during the exercise, and after. And, a lot of you guys took it in a good way after the exercise. So the whole day was about realizing, your actions and what you were feeling throughout everything, Yeah.
And then we kind of went into how, when you're in these types of stressful situations, when you're sprung with these challenges that might be stressful, they make you feel frustrated, angry, anxious, give you anxiety. There are different ways to handle the situation. And we also went over some coping techniques that you guys can use to help you during this time. And I'm going to show you guys that right now. I will, if you guys want these, we do have copies at the clubhouse, but basically these are the different coping statements that everyone practiced. Actually, we had you guys practice it in a number of different ways. You practiced it with yourself in the mirror. You practiced it with a partner, 2 to 3 partners, and we had you take them home and look over them and study them and learn them again.
It was actually kind of cool if you guys saw the pictures where people were looking at themselves and really just seeing themselves in the mirror and trying to get these statements to embed in their heads. So go look at the pictures.
Yeah, and if you have done it, and it has been working, comment on the page and let other people know, oh yeah, this was really cool, whatever, what your thoughts were. Usually we post something like, hey, what were your guys' thoughts? We didn't do that this time, but we will. Don't you worry. Don't you worry.
Indubitably.
Yes.
Yes.
You guys also had a little bit of some homework as well, and I will go over that right now so that you can see it. Okay, so homework. Every morning this week, tell each person in your household one thing you love about them, face to face. And for those of you who live alone, you could tell 3 coworkers, family members, or friends one thing you love about them, face to face. So this is just how you're going to start off your day. By sharing this one thing. So for Joe and I could wake up and be like, Joe, I love you. You are so amazing. You're such a great husband and business partner. And I'm so happy to have you in my life. Whatever. It could be one. That was 3 things. I'm sorry. I'm not very great at counting, but that 1. All right. Every evening this week, you are going to tell each person in your household, I love you, before going to bed. And if you live alone, you can call 3 family members, friends, or boyfriend, girlfriend, and tell them I love you before bed. This is just to solidify, when you give love, you get love. So being a reflection of who you want to be, and that's why we're doing this exercise. And the last one, the bonus, is to repeat the above 2 exercises every day this week, face to face with yourself.
Hello.
Hey, you.
Harry Potter here.
You in the mirror. You're bloody awesome, and I love you, and you're great. You got great skin and hair.
Oh, is that me there?
Yeah, you, right there.
Oh, I love you.
I love you.
I was telling myself that.
Okay, me too.
Oh.
So do it with yourself, because something that we really emphasized on Saturday was, if you're not able to love yourself, how can you love others? Right? Because you can only give what you have. And if you don't have love for yourself, how can you give love? And just learning to appreciate the people in our lives. Sometimes we go every day without saying I love you, saying how grateful we are for the people that we have. And you never know when that person could be taken from you, or, that connection could end. So really expressing gratitude verbally is what was the focus. One of the focuses for this homework assignment this week. So get on it. I hope you like it.
Elsie, I love you.
I love you. Oh, it's me?
Yes.
And I love you.
And I'm grateful for you. For all that you do.
I'm grateful for you. High five. Hand hug. Okay.
I got big hands.
So time to get down to business. Tonight, we are going to be talking to you. Tonight is especially for you. It's about happiness. One thing that I think if you were to ask 100 people, like, what do you want most out of life? A lot of people would say happiness. I mean, they may say success and love too, but happiness is always one of the top 3 things that everyone desires. And we want you guys to know that you deserve happiness, that you deserve to have happiness surround you wherever you are, wherever you go. But the most important thing is to know that you are in control of your happiness, and you are in control of what makes you happy and what doesn't make you happy and how long you're happy for and whatever else happens after that. So get a pen and paper, get ready to take some notes, and we're going to show you guys just some key points on how to be happy. Cool.
Oh, and if you guys haven't seen an article that I posted, it was they did a study with people who are within 6 months of dying. You know, I know I talked about this before, but one of their biggest regrets was not being happy enough throughout their life. You know, being angry, sad, scared, fearful. They wish they never had those feelings, and some of the stuff that they were scared or sad about were pointless. They just wish they were happy more in life, which is crazy. I think that's what we all want.
And you guys deserve it. So we're going to show you how to do that. All right, here we go.
Lesson 1 and the only: smile more. No, but I think that makes you happier.
Smiling does send endorphins to your brain that makes you happy. But besides that, you need to ask yourself a question. Are you willing to let go? Right? So these are 10 things you must give up to be happy. 10 things you absolutely must give up to be happy. Tally ho!
All right. So this first one, procrastinating on your goals. You know, get a hold of yourself, have discipline. These are all stuff that you can do. Get started, big or small. Say to yourself, I choose to start this task with a small and perfect step. A lot of times we procrastinate on our goals because we're scared or we're lazy or we just don't know what the first step is. But the first step is just doing it. You know, for me, I have a tough time with so many goals and ideas and so many different things because my brain is just a very creative brain, and I have these ideas. I launch them out to Elsie and like all my friends and stuff. And they're like, "Oh my gosh, that's such a cool idea!" And then for me, I'm like, but I don't have this laid out. I don't have this laid out. I'm not ready. I need to study more. I need to put more out there in my brain before I can put it out there to the universe. And what all that is doing is the endorphins in my brain is just fear, right? Stop. Don't do it. And well, instead, I should stop procrastinating and just do it, no matter how small it is. And I have a podcast that I want to launch soon that I think will just do great, but I want everything laid out. But in all honesty, all I have to do is just do it. I have to say F it and do it.
F it.
F it. That's my thing, right?
All right. Number 2, you guys, is blaming others and making excuses. You gotta let this go if you want to be happy. Placing blame and making excuses is the first step towards failure and perpetuates your problems. You and only you are responsible for your life choices and decisions. Honestly, like, one of the biggest lessons is this last one. Like, we absolutely need to start taking responsibility for our life. So often, like Joe and I talk about this all the time. It's so easy to be like, oh my gosh, he makes me so mad. She is so frustrating. Why do they keep doing this to me? No one is doing anything to you. You know, they're being themselves. They're on their own path. Like, they're probably not even thinking about you when they're venting or complaining or being negative or whatever else. It's not what they're doing. It's how you're receiving. And just because you're receiving it personally or hurting that whatever, you're not happy with it, doesn't mean it's their fault. It's just the way that you perceive it. So just think about how you can change it instead of blaming them. Like, oh my God, Joe, you make me so upset. I could look at it as like, man, I am feeling really sensitive today. So I need to guard my heart and be mindful that, you know, Joe's not trying to attack me. I'm just feeling some type of way today. I need to put myself in check because I can only control myself.
Do you think that blaming others is one of the biggest things of why people aren't happy?
Yes.
Like one of the biggest out of this list?
I think like when people come to me, a lot of the times it's with blame. for other people and not themselves. Just, you know, so-and-so's frustrating, so-and-so does this, that, whatever else. And I very, very rarely hear people say, wow, I need to be a better person. I need to be stronger. I'm going to make the proactive choice to not let that get to me, to not be bothered.
Yeah, and I think it sucks. I mean, it's easier to blame other people, but taking the blame yourself and trying to analyze yourself is very, very hard. But once I learned that, you know, like, especially like, I think I learned it like really, really, I really focused on that like about 7-8 years ago. Me and Elsie, our relationship got even better. My relationship with other people got better. You know, people started respecting me more. So if you take the blame on yourself, you'll get more respect and people will look up to you more as well. That makes you happy, right?
Take charge of your life.
Bruh.
Of your choices, bruh.
Bruh.
All right, that was number 2. Number 3.
Trying to avoid change. Oh, wait, there you go. Trying to avoid change. However good or bad a situation is now, it will change. Accepting change is vital to your happiness and general success. When you change, you grow. You know, people always hate change, right? There's change going on all around us, whether it's our bodies, our minds, our jobs, our kids, but we need that to grow. Change is like the brick wall that's in front of you that you need to break down to grow, right? I change every single day. I pick up a book and read a page or two, right? And it allows me to grow as a person, my mind, my confidence in every single day. Every time I go to the gym and lift and I push more and more weight and I challenge myself every single time I jump in there, it's changing my body, it's changing my mind, it's changing my focus, and it's allowing me to get results, right? Change equals results. That's what we do in the gym physically, but to do it mentally, you know, if you can change and grow mentally and spiritually and change with those around you, you're going to grow even more and you're going to be happier. I've changed so many times and I've tried so many things, and and I just start to analyze the growth that it's allowed me to become who I am. And I just love it. And it makes me more and more happy every single day.
Like, not every change is going to be the right fit for you. You know, some changes may make you realize like, this doesn't serve me. This isn't for me. And some change will be like, I'm on the right track. You just have to listen to your body. Your instincts will tell you that kind of stuff.
Yeah, we've gone through a lot of changes. Some worked, some didn't, but it all goes back in line eventually to help you out.
Number 4.
Faux. Write this down, flesh out.
Faux diggity is criticizing others. Again, you know, there's this little quote in the corner and it says, if you can't take a little criticism, then please don't criticize others.
It's like Boyz II Men right there.
Yeah. Is it like Boyz II Men? We didn't really harmonize.
We were. I was harmonizing with you.
Yeah, you have a beautiful voice.
Read it again.
If you can. Really?
You do it by yourself, yeah.
That's okay.
If you can't take a little criticism, then please don't criticize others.
Focus on yourself, y'all. You know, there's like this old parable that says, why are you going to pick out the little speck of something in your brother's eye when there's like a big old beam of wood in your eye? You know, instead of focusing on others, focus on yourself, because that negativity will hinder your happiness. It's going to hold you back. And honestly, if you really took a look at yourself, if you are more comfortable with yourself and your imperfections, then you don't really need to feel threatened by the imperfections of other people, and you won't really need to point them out all the time. A lot of times we like to criticize people because we've been criticized. People said, oh, you're negative, or you're fat, or you're unhealthy. So then we go around like, well, that person is negative too, and that person is unhealthy too. And we just perpetuate what has been inflicted upon us when we can stop the cycle. Oh, I'm sorry. Stop the cycle.
Stop blaming me.
Stop the cycle of violence. Like, we don't need to keep egging it on by noticing other people. Is that person overweight? Yes. Do we need to do commentary? Probably not. Is that person negative? More than likely, yes. Do we need to give commentary on it? Absolutely not. You don't know what other people are going through. That's it. Keep your comments to yourself. If you can't say something nice, don't say something at all.
Walk away.
Yeah, walk away.
Makes me happier.
Yeah, be happy. That's the point of today. Number cinco. I almost said cinque, like Italian, but I didn't. Okay.
Oh, they're making fun of me.
Number 5 is something that I struggle with a lot, and it's talking down to yourself. This little quote in the corner I love because it says, junk speech is as bad for you as junk food. Use healthy words to describe your body. With that being said, we need to be aware of how we talk to ourselves, right? The major cause of why we fail or give up on our goals is because of the self-doubt and negative talk that we have going on in our head. And when we're able to replace those negative thoughts with positive ones, that's when we're truly able to be happy and be okay. And know that, you know, as much as we love ourselves and we're trying to teach you guys to love yourself and accept yourselves, you also need to keep in mind that you may be your biggest enemy. You may be your biggest critic. You may be your biggest hater. And it's up to you to keep yourself in check, right? The way a mother would if their kid was being bullied, the way a big brother would. Like, you need to be your own best friend and say, the words I'm saying to myself are not serving me. You know, I'm filling my mind with junk. It's just as bad as eating junk, and a healthy mind is a healthy body. So treat your mind right. Treat yourself right. You know, you deserve it.
Joe, you're so sexy. Joe, you're so smart. You're so creative, Joe. Is that like that?
Yeah. Joe is feeling himself.
Well, that's what you just said.
Yeah, do it, babe. You're doing a great job.
I love your man bun.
You man bun on my face.
Oh.
But I receive it because I love you.
Number 6.
Number 6.
All right. So, trying to be someone you're not, right? A lot of times we like to compare ourselves to other people, whether, you know, growing up, it was the cool kid, right? It was always the popular kid. It was someone that, you know, was maybe the star quarterback of your school, or someone that was just really like out there. And you're like, man, why can't I be like him? Why can't I be like that? But there's always going to be someone. There's always someone that's prettier, someone that's always smarter, someone that's always be younger. But they'll never be a you. Don't change so people will like you. Be yourself, and the right people will love you, and you'll love yourself even more. You know, I've went through a lot of this phase growing up in high school, college. I always like compared myself to every single person and said, why not me? Why not me? How come me? How come me? You know, growing up, I was like, why do I have to have small eyes? Why do I have to be smaller than everybody? Why? Yeah. Why couldn't I have hops like this guy and all this stuff? And it just ate me alive. Every time I compared myself to someone, you know, I was in the modeling industry, acting industry, personal training industry. I have friends who really made it big in those industries. But once I stopped comparing myself to those friends, my life became a lot better. I became a lot happier. I became a lot settling with myself. And I was able to grow something like the Release Canvas, Sacktown Fit Club, and have a better marriage with my wife and my friends.
Yeah.
Stop comparing yourself. Your body, your mind, your soul, your just situation is different from everybody, and nobody could be like you.
Mm-hmm.
Right? You are you.
Oh, what is that one quote? Like, be yourself. Everyone else is already taken.
Just do it.
Drop the mic.
I did Nike on it.
Let's walk away. I'm just kidding. Okay, we got more. All right, here we go. Number 7, setiete. Ay. Okay. Minding other people's business. I love this little picture, and it says, no, this isn't gossip. It's the truth.
I hear people say that all the time.
I know, it's like the word on the street. All right. So the key here, you guys, is to totally forget about what others are doing or not doing. It's not your problem. Walk your own path, focus on yourself, and most importantly, like, don't let anyone's like stupid moves, drama, negativity stop you from being the best that you can possibly be. A lot of times, especially when we're on a more positive journey, it's so hard to get caught up in what everyone else is doing, you know, like, especially when you're on the journey together. So I know when Joe and I first started out doing personal development, we were on different levels. I don't want to like brag or anything, but I was like a little, maybe it's just like a tiny hair.
Why are you comparing yourself to me?
I'm not. I'm telling a story.
Oh.
I was a little more ahead in my personal development than Joe was. And a lot of times I would just be like, gosh, why don't you keep up? Like, why are you so negative? Why aren't you like, doing what I'm doing? And honestly, what I needed to do was focus on my own journey and my own growth, which I learned by doing more personal development, that Joe was on his own path and I was on my own path. And if I was patient and consistent and just shared love with him versus judgment, that eventually he would catch up and we would be on the same level. And I cannot tell you how amazing it is to be on the same level with Joe. Like when we're able to talk. What are you saying?
I already passed you.
Really?
No, no.
Don't compare yourself to others.
I'm not. You are.
Okay. But when we're on the same page, and I could tell you, like, being patient and instead of judging him and calling him out, it's just made our relationship that much stronger. So don't worry about what everyone else is doing. If you're going hard in the gym, don't worry about the person who decides to sit on the couch. If you're eating clean for 8 or 9 days, don't worry about the person who's cheating on the weekends, because that's not your journey. That's their journey. And you just got to respect them. If you want to give them a kind word, hey, I noticed that you're not on your meal plan. Do you want support? Do you need help? Or is this something that you just got on your own? Then that way you're not judging them. You're asking them for help. And if they need your help, they'll take it.
Go hard in the paint.
Why? Are you a painter? Okay.
My brush.
Oh, that looks like a gun brush. Some violent paintings you're making there. Number 8. Is that 8? That was right?
Ocho Cinco.
Yeah, Ocho Cinco. Seeking validation from others. This is something I'm sure a lot of you struggle with. I struggle with this a lot. You guys heard me say on Saturday, I'm a recovering people pleaser. I love seeking validation from others. Like, I couldn't do, say, or be myself until someone said, yes, Elsie, that was good. Or yes, Elsie, that's how you should be, or whatever. This quote says, seeking validation is the same as saying, tell me who I am. Tell me what I'm worth. When at the day, you just got to tell yourself. You got to be able to talk to yourself and ask yourself this very important question. Like, what would you do differently if you knew nobody would judge you, right? If you could just be free, be whoever you are, like, what would you do if no one would judge you? I think about that all the time now when I get caught up in thoughts and insecurities and I'm nervous. Like, are they going to like this? Should I wear this sweater on the call? Or is this weird because I wore it tonight? Like, should I do my hair before? Or should I just go? And honestly, it's like, what would I do differently if no one would judge me? I would freaking just be myself and live life and enjoy. I just go out there, and if I feel confident and comfortable, then that's what I would do. Because people may have heard your stories and they may think they know you, but they can't feel what you were going through. They aren't living your life. So forget about what they think and say about you. Focus on how you feel about yourself and keep walking the path that feels best for you. Like, don't worry about them. Worry about you. Do you got you? Okay, cool. You don't need the validation. You just need yourself to make you happy.
Happy.
Make yourself happy.
Happy.
I don't need you to tell me I'm pretty, although it feels good, but
you pretty, girl.
Thank you. I received that.
You pretty.
You pretty too, Joe.
You make me happy.
You real cute.
Cute.
Joe, you real cute.
Fine.
You looking good today. I'm just saying.
It's the bun.
It is the bun, babe. I received it.
All right. Number 9, relying on people and external factors for happiness. Be someone who makes you happy, not be with, right? Other people cannot make you happy. It's all about yourself, right? As soon as you stop, let me come back here. Put my face on your face. There we go. Welcome, right? Welcome, people. As soon as you, I lost you guys. All right. As soon as you stop making everyone and everything else responsible for your happiness, the happier you will be. You guys hear that? Stop blaming other people for your happiness, for stopping your happiness. Once you do that, you'll be happier. If you're unhappy now, it's not someone else's fault. Take full responsibility for your own unhappiness, and you will instantly gain the ability to be happier. Stop seeking in vain to arrange conditions that will make you happy. Simply just choose to appreciate the greatness that is in yours in this moment, and the right conditions will start to line up around the contentment you seek. It's plain and simple. Like, stop blaming your husband. If he's a Debbie Downer, don't let him and his Debbie Downerness affect your happiness, right? You can still live day to day and live life, right? You can go about it. You can change, if your kids are driving you crazy, you can change how you perceive your kids and what they're doing and their daily activities to try and make your day-to-day happier, right? And do things that make you happy. If you like hanging out with us and we make you happy, hang out with us. If the 21-day mindset thing is to make you happy, do it. If you want to change yourself physically and go to the gym once, like an hour a day, do it. Right?
One of the biggest things is people say this like notorious sentence. It's like, I'll be happy if, I'll be happy when I get that new car, when I get that promotion, when I get $1,000, when I get a new boyfriend, when I get a husband. Like, don't make your happiness contingent upon getting something, somewhere, something. Make your happiness contingent on yourself. I'll be happy now.
Yeah. And trust me, I've been with Elsie before we've broken up, when we first started dating, I blamed everything on her for me not being happy, and ultimately, like, it wasn't her fault. It wasn't any of her fault. It was my fault that I was unhappy, right? I made the situation harder. I took things personally. I blamed her for everything. And, when we got back together and I, changed the programming of my brain, I blamed a lot of it on myself and I reprogrammed on how to be happy. Our relationship got a lot better. It's like round 2 second chances are always really good too.
Yeah, we did a great job this time, man. Winners.
That was a long time ago, though.
I know.
All right, the last one. Number Diaz for Martin and Jeanette Diaz.
I don't think that's 10.
That's 10.
Is it Diaz? I think it's Diaz.
Whatever. Leave it to the two non-Hispanic people. But number 10, being ungrateful. Stop doing that. Be grateful, right? You got to exercise right now. We're trying to teach you how to be grateful every single day of all the people that you have around you. Be thankful for the things that didn't work out. All right, be thankful for the things that didn't work out because they just made room for the things that will. Things that don't work out, it just made room for something else. Just think of it that way. Thank the ones who walked away from you because they just made room for the ones who won't.
Whoa, snaps.
Yeah.
Snap.
So don't dwell on breakups, that one or whatever, that job that you might got away. Something else better will come if you think that way and you're grateful for the situation. Instead of thinking about what you're missing, try thinking about what you have that everyone else is missing.
Oh, preach.
Yeah. I got Elsie. Boom.
Preach.
Sorry, other dudes.
Sorry.
Got her.
Got him.
See, you gotta be grateful for every circumstance, every situation, because it's no point in dwelling on what could have happened, right? What could have. In high school, I tore my knee. I was getting recruited by a lot of colleges, and I tore my knee, and then the recruiting stopped. I dwelled on it for a whole year. Right, I dwelled on it, kind of messed up my basketball chances and everything else, and my grades. And it just kind of screwed me over because I was like in depressed state because my knee was screwed up. Right. But once I moved on from it, my life changed and I kind of forgot about it. And, I love where my life has turned out. I mean, I could have been in the NBA, not in the NFL, but just kidding. I'm grateful.
I love where your life has turned out too.
Nice. I'm grateful for you.
I'm grateful for you. Let's make a heart with our hands. That's it's a tomato. It's like a rotten tomato.
I tried my best.
That's all I ask for, babe.
So those are the 10 things that make you happy, guys. Or it can. Those are some stuff that,
you just need to eliminate it from your life.
And we chose those 10 things because we can relate to a lot of those things in the past. And sometimes in the present, it does come up sometimes. It's not like, oh, this is completely gone. it does come up. And we pick these 10 things that you can reverse and work on because it did resonate with us.
And just a quick, like, this is my quick 2 cents. It might end up being 10 cents because I'm pretty passionate about it. But for anyone, that's like a coin for saints.
Filipinos.
But like for anyone of you who's in a relationship out there and you have like this fairy tale of like happily ever after, the only way that you can have a happily ever after for the rest of your life is that you consistently fall in love with your spouse over and over again for the rest of your life, because you guys are always going to be changing. You know, I had to fall in love with Joe as a male model, and fall in love with Joe as an actor, fall in love with Joe as a college student, fall in love with Joe as the giant Asian with a man bun and facial hair. Like, we are constantly relearning each other. It's easy to fall out of love. It's easy to fall out of happiness, right? But when you realize that you're the reason that you're unhappy, then you stop blaming this person here who's trying to love you, who's trying to know you, who's trying to relearn you after you change day after day. And for ladies, you already know we be switching it up every month when we're on our periodicos, you know, like we don't make it very easy for them. But at the same time, we need to be patient and we need to hope that they'll return it back to us. But just working, it's work. And I know that sounds bad, but it's worth it as well. You know, he's worth it. He's worth working for. He's worth it for me to try to relearn and love and forgive and move on. With that being said, I love you.
Love you too.
And the last thing we have for you guys are just some daily practices. And if you can put these things into practice, there is no doubt in my mind that you'll live a happier, healthier life.
It's all about being happy, guys.
Here we go.
Happy mentally.
Yes, and physically.
Mm-hmm.
The first one, express gratitude. Like Joe said, don't be afraid to say when you're thankful for something. The people you're thankful for, like the homework for this week. 2 is cultivate kindness. It's sometimes hard to be kind to people. You will really be surprised how simple it is to be kind and what a small act of kindness can create. It can really change someone's day. A smile, a high five, a hug, a compliment, saying thank you, please, and thank you when you ask for things, when you get things. Those little acts of kindness really cause a ripple effect that can create massive impact in the world for good. Develop strategies for coping. Just like the list that we gave you guys, it's very, very helpful when you have a strategy for coping. So you're not just going into situations blind where you're an emotional wreck and you're cussing and throwing things. Like when you know how to cope, you can really deal with situations in a more logical manner.
Learn to forgive, right? We've been taught this forever, but it's one of the hardest things to do. If someone disrespects you or just makes a situation bad for you, we always tend to be like, oh, I hate that person. And I have a tough time forgiving people. And once you forgive, it takes like this, it's like someone like getting an axe picked to a rock, and it's like chipping away at your hardness, and it allows you to become happier in life. So if you guys have anybody or anything to forgive, try to do one at least this year. Mm-hmm. Forgive a situation or someone this year.
The next one is seek out positivity. And I don't mean this like do positive things like the kindness, but if you know that going to a certain place is going to be a negative environment, don't go there. If you know people like to gossip in the break room, don't go there. Seek out positivity. Go to places where people have the same wavelength or mindset that you do. Like, you know, if you love Sacktown Fit Club and you feel positive and you feel love there, go there. If you, church, if you feel like a spiritual connection there and you feel fed and your soul is happy, go to church. If there's a friend that whenever you hang out with them, you're like, God, everything is right in the world, hang out with that person more. That's what we mean. Seek out positivity.
Practice self-love, right? It's very difficult to try and love yourself, but you guys gotta be okay with it, right? You guys gotta be okay with just loving yourself and who you are. loving your journey and what you've done in the past to what's going to happen in the future. The more you love yourself, the future will unfold and your life will be in line for so much more greater things.
Mm-hmm. The next one is be patient. Patience is, they say patience is a virtue. It's something that I am working on day to day. And it's not just being patient, like waiting for things to happen, because we all want things to happen fast. This is a microwave society. We want fast results. We want fast cash. We want fast everything. And just being patient with the timing of your life and trusting the timing of your life, that everything that's meant for you will come to you when the time is right. And being patient with other people, being patient with the people around you, that they may not be where you're at, and that's okay, because you are going to be so patient that you will give them the time and the love that they need to catch up with you. So just be patient. The next one is savor the joys of life. There are so many little joys that we overlook all the time because our day is hectic. We're busy. We don't have time to focus on how beautiful the sunset is.
We did that today.
We did do that today. The sound of the rain on the window pane, like when you wake up and it sounds like it's raining, and it reminds you of when you were a little kid and you'd look out the window like, oh my gosh, the sky is crying. It's so cool. Or even the smell of rain on asphalt. I don't know if you guys have ever smelled that, but it's one of the most amazing things. Little things like your food. Does your food taste delicious? Are you scarfing it down like a maniac, or are you enjoying and savoring every bite? Gratitude for, the life that was given for you to eat that meal, the hands that prepared that meal, the nutrients that you're going to get from that meal, just savoring every moment, the laughter of your child.
Yeah, the kids. You guys that have kids, they're growing up fast every single day. Don't just record it, but be in the moment while they're doing stuff. Enjoy it, right? They're developing into something that's magnificent, and you guys just got to really just embrace every situation that's going down with them.
Mm-hmm.
And next one is commit to your goals, right? We've been going a lot over goals this past few weeks, and really try to commit to it. Goals are one of the hardest things, but you guys are starting to get tasks. You guys are starting to get action plans. You guys are starting to get different steps to help you guys achieve your goals, whether it's losing 10 pounds, getting that promotion, maybe bettering your relationship, or whatever it is. Commit to it fully. One of the biggest joys in life is accomplishing your goals. So if you ever can remember when you guys when you accomplish at least one goal, whether it's losing weight or whatever it was, remember that time and how it felt when you hit that goal, when you hit that milestone, and remember what it made you feel and all the joys that it brought you. And so once you have that memory, think about putting that feeling, that memory into the goals that you have set for the next future, and you will become a happier person. And take care of your body. The more you take care of your body, the more confident you'll be. You'll look at yourself in the mirror. You'll feel better. You won't complain as much, and you'll just have more energy about yourself, right? Eating vegetables, eating cleaner, working out, all that stuff is what our body is meant to do and eat and survive with. Cutting out the fast food, the sugars, all that stuff where we do an excess amount, we have an excess amount is something that actually deteriorates our body and puts us in a depressed state. And as we get fatter and our body starts to change and our skin gets wrinklier, we get sad, right? Mm-hmm. It's not a pleasant thing that we want to see, right? We don't want to see ourselves get old or fat or anything like that. So if you guys can take care of your bodies, you'll start to exude a confidence that is unreal and something that you've always wanted. Yes. And that's why we always want to, have a better body and be healthier, right? We're very vain people. We are.
But you guys, we hope that this lesson tonight helps you. We hope that you feel a little bit happier, a little bit more hopeful, a little bit more in charge of your life, that you are ready to take responsibility for how you feel, for how you treat others, and that you will really make the most out of the homework assignment for today. We'll post it again before we get off this video, but I wanted to read something to you guys. It's a quote by Ralph Marston, and it says, Don't merely wait or wish or hope for the world to become more positive. The world becomes more positive when you become more positive. The experience of life in this world is not something that is imposed upon you. Life is precisely and reliably what you choose to make it. What you cannot control, you can accept, interpret, and make use of in a positive and purposeful way. Shine a genuine positive light where you are, and that light will quickly spread beyond you. Don't complain about how bad things are. Imagine how good life can be, and then persistently act on what you imagine. Life is the way you live it. Live it well, with joy, with purpose, with care and commitment and love. Live according to your highest vision and your most treasured dreams. Be the best positive example for all of life to follow. So we challenge you guys this week to be that, to exude that, to share that. And again, before we get off the call, let me show you guys again your homework assignments so that you can have that. And we'll post it on the page as well. But again, tell everyone in your household one thing in the morning that you love about them. And if you live alone, you're going to tell someone at work. All of these are going to be face-to-face. Every evening this week, you're going to tell every person in your household, I love you, before going to bed. And if you live alone, you can call 3 family members or friends and tell them I love you. And then you're going to repeat the above 2 exercises every day this week with yourself, face-to-face in the mirror. And again, this Friday is our retreat.
Details will be posted soon.
And then Wednesday, we do have, again, our Good Time workshop.
6:30 at the clubhouse. Welcome.
Welcome.
Get ready to work. It's our last workshop besides at the retreat. But I hope you guys live a happier life. Today is Martin Luther King Day, his birthday. And that's honestly what he wanted. He wanted everybody to live a happier life. He wanted people to dream. He wanted people to be open and just be open to living their life and not worried about race, not worried about situations, but just worried about themselves and live a happier life. And that's what I truly believe by like reading all his stuff and hearing his speeches. So live that day. Hopefully, if you want, in honor of him. If not, just live it for yourself.
All right, you guys, we love you. Have a great evening. We'll see you on Wednesday. Okay.
I'm gonna take my man bun off.
Oh, shake it out.
Oh, it's so sticky.
Oh,
Why is it
that's
so
what she
short
said.
looking?
I don't know. It's like, okay.
There it is.
It smells good.
It's
You're
still wet.
so fresh.
Look at this. I look like Two-Face right now.
Two-Face?
I don't know, something.
You look like a pretty lady from the 90s.
Why is it so short looking?
All right, guys. Good night. Bye.